All right, good morning. Today's January 11th. My son turned 23 yesterday. We had a lovely day. All right, let's start by having a seat. I'm just taking some breaths. Make sure my screen is where I want it to be. There we go. And we'll do a big inhale and a big exhale. Still not where I want it to be. Big inhale and big exhale. And again, big inhale and big exhale. Hands on the sides of the legs. Go ahead and roll down and come back up and drop the chin and roll forward and come back up. Two more, exhale, roll down and inhale, come back up. And one more time, exhale, roll down and come back up and open the arms and twist. 1, 2, inhale, center. Exhale, twist, twist, inhale. Try to keep the bottom half of the legs really still. Twist, twist, breathe in. In, hands against the chest. Twist, twist, inhale. Exhale, exhale, in. One more way. Notice the difference in the how much movement you can do when you have your arms in. Slide forward, take the right leg out to the side and side bend. Then lift up and go the other way. And again. One more time, over and lift. Good, slide that leg, go to the other side. And over, and to your leg, and away from your leg. Good. I don't care, inhale, exhale, doesn't matter. One more time. Good, bring the legs together in front, scoot to the front edge of the chair. Arms in front, tuck and curl back, lift up a knee, drop the leg, sit back up. Exhale, tuck and curl, lift the other side. Good, so you're gonna try and focus on the abs doing the work, not the thighs. Tuck and curl and lift. And down, roll off the sitting bones. And curl. Good, hands here and tuck and curl. And up, notice how it's a little more challenging to get back up when you have the hands against the chest. And curl and lift, one more each way. And curl and up and curl and up. Good, arms up, open, stretch back through your shoulders, go as far as you want to go, and then close and open and close. Open, let's go feet together, knees together. Open, close. Open the chest, one more time. Open and close. Good, hands on the knees, lift the heels up and down. For 8, 7, start to pull in your abs to lift your knees up, right? Feet use the floor, but the thighs use your abs. 2 more, 1 more. Good, cross the chest, tuck and curl back, lift your leg. Come back up, same side. Tuck and curl. So again, motivated from the core muscles. Lift, up, one more time. Back and up and switch sides. Curl. Keep those legs super close together as they go up and down. So you find your midline. 1 more. Good, come up to seated, squeeze the knees together, keep the heels close, elbows lift. All right, so you're gonna open the arms backwards, heels up, close. Open, exhale, close. So I'm just gonna turn sideways to give you a side visual. Inhale, exhale, close. So I'm gonna start to move my spine with this now. So I'm gonna curl and open. Exhale, curl. And again, heels are lifting. Knees are coming up from the abs. Curl. Lift. Curl. Feet are not leaving the floor. Last two. Close the elbows. Open the elbows one more time. Close and open. Good. Arms down. Roll the shoulders back. 5 times. 4 and 5. Good. And then grab somewhere in the back of your chair. Bottom, back. It depends on how wide your chair is, right? So most people's are, straight. I've got this little curve in. So you're gonna hold on back there and you're gonna see if you can roll your chest forward a little bit. This is gonna roll your arm bones back, stretch your shoulders. You can look back if you want. I'm not really super big fan of that. And then release the arms. Good. All right, let's do some squats. Legs are as wide as the chair legs. Up and down. 10 times. Full stand, full sit. Okay? Lots of ways you can modify this. You can stay standing and just do little squats like this. You can go back to the chair and hold on to the back and do little squats. See if you can, this is very functional. We sit down, we stand up out in chairs all day long. So not a bad thing to practice, all right? So you're gonna hinge at your hip a little bit and sit down and then come forward and stand. Sit. Get your core muscles involved. Draw your abs in when you go down so that you feel very light, not heavy on your legs. Down. So I just kind of bring my hands in front of me. That's a little bit of a counterbalance. You can always leave your hands here if you want. We'll do 2 more. One more time. Sit all the way down. Okay? Hands on the thighs. Lean forward. Come back up. So go about half that distance. Okay? Really press your heels into the floor. You're going to do a little baby hover off the edge of the chair. Arms in front. That's going to help you come forward. Hover. Sit. Pulling your abs. Hover. Closer you can stay to the chair, the harder the exercise will be, right? Little hover. Little hover. A lot of back of the leg. Really push your heels into the floor so you get out of your knees. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Arms down, legs together. Heels lift, elbows up. Okay, open the arms, exhale, tuck and curl. Inhale, tuck and curl. Heels lift on the exhale. 2, 1. Good. Open up the chest. Lean back. Flat back. Yes. Reach your arms. Sit back up. So, couple notes here. So if I'm sitting at the front edge of my chair, that's a further distance I have to go, right? So I'm not bending my spine at all. I'm leaning straight back to the chair, controlling it, and then I have to get back up. So if that's too far, try halfway, right? If that's too far, move back a little bit, yes? So the further you have to go, the more work everything has to do, right? So I'm gonna go to the edge. I need to keep my feet down. So that means my hips have to open, right? I can't pull myself up and down from my hip socket. I have to use my abs. So let your hip open, relax. Ugh. And that might not be something you're used to, right? Letting your hips go. Harder if it's here. One more. And up. Breath. Huge. Breathing is huge on these exercises. Those exhales are huge. Okay? All right. Spin around and stretch your leg back. Watch your lower back here. Try not to hyper arch, right? So you may want to start with a bent knee just to get the hip flexor to open up. You might want to come down here. That's going to allow you to stretch your leg all the way back if you want. And then you'll bend your knee, come back up to seated, and we'll go to the other side. So trying to teach the body how to move the torso without overworking the hip flexors. Hip flexors are right here. Just like what they sound like, right? They flex the hip. Good, and then come back in. All right, let's do a little side bend again. Let's go ahead, legs together, try to keep them connected to each other. If that's too much effort, especially if the outside of your hips are tight, that's fine. Just keep your feet relaxed on the floor. It's very difficult or challenging for me to keep my legs together. All right, side bend. And then you're gonna open like an airplane, and then you're gonna side bend the other way. Good, hips stay flat on the chair. Side bend and side bend. Good. All right, really open arms out of the ears, really broad across the shoulder blades in the back. Pull the armpits down and really snuggle the bottom edges of your shoulder blades into your rib cage. Side bend. So the arms will kind of become the focus because they're heavy and they're going to pull you over. Legs together. Oh. Hello, waist. Over. Focused. Waist focus. 3. Exhale, 2. Inhale. 1 more. Good. Come over to the side and reach. Reach. Put your arm down if it's too much for the shoulder. Reach over. Don't let this hip come up. Reach over. One more time. Reach over and in. Bring this hand to the chest. This hip stays down. And reach. 2. A lot of isolation of the waist. 4. 6. Ooh, see how those legs, they just want to come apart. And center. Drop the arms down, drop the arms down. Open the legs up so they can relax a little bit. And then we'll just press the arms back. 2, 3, sitting up nice and tall. My hips are right against the back of the chair. 6. Now hold, twist, rotate. So it's nice to do these exaggerated movements without weights in your hands, right? Because can't hurt the joints. 3 more. 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Still intense though, right? Elbows up, open. Drop the elbows to the waist. Okay. More shoulder stuff. Yes. Come all the way up. Come all the way down. Try to avoid doing that, right? So shoulder blades are heavy. They move with the arms. And down, and open, and close. Like you're doing a jumping jack. Open, elbows are soft. 3 more. 3 and 2. We're going back to standing, sitting. 1 and down. Hips forward. Stand up. Hands here. 3 count down, then back up again. So you're gonna go 1, so your hips will go back. You'll go 1, 2, 3, stand up. Option is to not ever sit down, right? So it's back, back, almost sit down and stand up. You can totally sit down if you want to. 1, 2, so you would sit, then stand back up again. Okay, we have 8 more. 1, 2, 3, and up. 2, so the thighs touch the chair, but my butt doesn't. 1, 2, breathe. I would inhale down, exhale up. Inhale, exhale. Last one, down and stay up. Yay, go to the side. I need a high def camera that like does a wide angle. That's what I need. Anybody got an extra one of those laying around anywhere? Okay. Hand on the chair. Let's just start with some balance. So you want to keep the leg bone in the hip socket. You don't want it to slide out and off of the socket. So pull the hip in. While you're there, squeeze at the top of your leg, right underneath your butt cheek, and then lift this heel up and drop. Lift. No hands. Lift. Again, everything's motivated from here and from the booty on the standing leg. Booty on the other side is relaxed. Lift. Let's start to add the foot off the floor up. 4, 5, 7, 8. Yes? Shake it out a little bit. Abduction out to the side. Hand on the hip, tap the toe. Again, don't let this happen. So make sure the leg is straight underneath your armpit. Lift. You can lean on the chair if you want. That's totally fine. Just don't let your hip go this way, right? So come up underneath you. 6, 7, 9, one more time, and 10. Foot down, bring it back in. Okay, arms lift, arms down. Option is to do a roll down. So from here, you'll bring your arms forward, slowly start to roll forward and roll back up. If that's not good for you, you can use your chair, right? So you go down to the chair and you come back up. So make it work for you. Inhale, exhale, roll forward. Come back up. One more time. Nice flexible spine. Roll down and come back up. Good. We'll go other side. Okay. Hips are completely different from side to side, especially if you had any kind of hip replacement or anything like that. So get the leg right underneath your pelvis and your armpit. Lift the heel without sashaying off towards the chair and lower. Squeeze at the top of the thigh, right into the bottom of the butt cheek and lift. There's a difference between squeezing your butt cheeks together and squeezing at the top of the thigh. That's why I like to move this leg, because it makes you isolate one side and let the other side move, right? Start using your abs to lift. Super strong standing leg. 4, 5, 6, 2 more. 7 and 8. Good. Take it to the side without letting the hip move away. You can lean over if you want. Still, again, no moving away from lift. Super strong leg, standing leg. 2 more. Good. Good. Go ahead and take your roll down option, either all the way to the floor or to the chair, whichever you like. Rolling down, coming back up, and roll forward, and come back up. Last time. Awesome. All right, plies. So the legs go into a different configuration, yes? The toes are turned out. Before we had the feet planted parallel, the knees were right over the hips, the knees were right over the ankles. This time the legs are rotated outward from the hip socket, the knees are rotated outward, the toes are rotated outward. These can be as big or as little as you like, okay? Plie, test the waters, keep the heels down on the floor. Plies are an interesting exercise. So when your knees bend, all this in here has to stretch, right? This all has to let go. And I know a lot of people are very tight here. So imagine all those muscles lengthen and then they come back up to where they started. Down and lift. Get the back of your hamstring thigh connection involved, your butt thigh. So on the way up, you lift up through the bottom of your booty. Inhale down, exhale, lift up. Inhale, lift. 3 more, down, up, 2. Try to go to all the way to straight leg, right? Stack your top leg bone on your bottom leg bone with your knee joint in between. 1 more time. And lift. Lift your right heel. So I'm gonna take like this little movement to the side, right? A little movement to the side, and then your left heel. And your right, and your left. Okay, so now we'll do a mini bend. Push, push. So you can see I'm shifting slightly from side to side. It's a lot of lower leg and upper thigh work. And then maybe a little bit lower, and then we'll stay still and lift. Stay still. 3, 2, 1. Heels down, stand. Okay? Walk your feet in. Shake your legs out a little bit. All right. So I'm going to use my chair now for support. We're going to start by stretching the leg back. You can use the back of the chair if you want, like so. Okay. But what we're going to end up doing is lifting up this back leg. So what happens if you're using the back of the chair is, that's fine, you have to bend your elbows, right? If you do it from this side, you can do it with a straight arm. So you can come up like that, right? So let's just stay here for the stretch first. And then step forward and switch sides. And come back in. Go back to that other leg. So pick either the back of the chair or the top of the chair, whichever one you want. Lean on your arms a little bit, not a lot, but a little. Lift up your tummy muscles. All right, and here we go. Lift. See how my front leg bends a little bit, right? Straighten, bend. So we're getting work on both legs. Lift, touch, lift. 3 more. Up, 2. Last 1. Good, stay here for a moment. Okay, so we're gonna do lifts, the same leg we were just working. So the leg will come up and you'll lift it up for 8, 7. You might feel a big stretch in your front leg. You can bend your knee a little bit. 3, 2, and 1. Leg down, round your back. Lengthen your back. Exhale, round your back. Specifically your tailbone. So bring your tailbone underneath you. And under, and one more time, tuck it under. And come up to standing. Yes? Everybody good? Okay, so front leg is going to go up on the chair. You're going to lean into it and you come back. So this is a situation where your knee is going to go past your toe. Okay? It's going to go past your toe. You're going to go forward into it and you're going to come back away from it. Now, if you want, you can go all the way back. This is going to give you a crazy stretch here. Notice how my foot lifted and then put my foot down and lean forward into it. My back foot stays on the floor. Back, forward, back. By the way, if you guys ever want a recording of a class that you paid for, you just tell me and I will send it to you, okay? Please don't share them. They're for you. One more. Now, so we're gonna do this kind of little angling thing with your knee. So if my leg were on the chair, let me show you what it's gonna look like. So here it is, it's very aligned, right? So now I'm gonna twist to the side just a little, but my feet stay on the chair. So I'm gonna go inward a little, back. My toes don't move, feet stay flat. This way and back. This way. My hips don't move either. So it's all in the knee, that movement. Out, back, in. We have a meniscus here. It's a circular support muscle. So this is kind of twisting it a little bit. One more time, over, in, and away. Good. Take that leg to the floor. Find your hands on top, find your plank. I prefer hands in the middle as opposed to the edge because it's possible to push the chair away from you. You want that chair not to move at all, okay? So step back, step back. My hips are high, which is fine. If you want a little more challenge, you're gonna drop your hips. This is gonna put a little bit more demand on your torso and your arms. So we'll lift back up again and then we'll come back down. Now kind of go past that. So lift your chest and then pull up your belly button to lift your hips. Inhale, open. Exhale, pull up your abs. I'm moving in my shoulders, open, inhale. Exhale. One more each way. Inhale and exhale. Good. Find a position that's comfortable for you. So hips might be up a little bit, right? Spine is long and neutral. Knee in, same side. Knee in, back, straight in. 2 more. In, now cross, under and open. And under, you can always put your foot down in the middle. Under, open, one more time, under and open. Woo, feet come in, round up to standing. Yeah. Yes? Okay. Plies. Legs turn out, knees turn out, toes turn out, hands on top of the chair. 1, 2, 3, stand. Down, 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 stand. Be careful. I see this all the time when I taught in person, okay? That your feet aren't narrow like this. See what happens to your knees? You need your legs out here. That's why we use the chair, so you can get your legs nice and wide. Down, 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 up. 2, 3, up. 2 more. 1, 2, 3. Last time. Down and up. Walk your feet in. Go to the other side. Of course, you don't have to go to the other side, but I do. All right. Some curls. One more. Tuck and curl. Good. That opposite leg is going to go back behind you, and you're going to go into your lunging stretch. Front leg is bent. I have no weight whatsoever on my front leg. None. I can pick this foot up. No weight. All right. So position the leg that's underneath you in the front to be nice and efficient, so that when you start to lift this back leg, you can straighten that one underneath you. It should be right under your hip socket. Bend the knee, touch down. And lift. Oh, you want to straighten that leg because that's going to help that lower back stay in neutral. Pick up your tummy muscles. 4, 3, 2, one more time. Good. Stay here. Rest for a moment. We've got our leg lifts, 8 of them, with the leg in the air. Try to keep the leg straight out from the hip socket. Lift the leg up and up. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Foot down, bring it in. Round yourself up to standing. Whew. What am I forgetting? So we'll do planks. I think that's what we did. Hands back down. Walk your feet back. Okay. Drop your hips a little bit and then come back. Nice and easy. Drop your hips. When the hips go back, you can't push the chair away, right? The chair can't move. So you don't want to come up too high. And forward. And back. One more time. In and back. Good. Walk in, round up. Place your foot on the chair. Lean into it. And come away from it. Here you can go into that stretch if you want. If your hand is on your thigh, make sure it's not on your knee. So you don't want to push your knee down, right? So hand on the thigh. Here. If that stretch is too much, just go back up to here. Everything's tracking right over my foot. Hip, knee, foot. One more, easy to keep the feet flat. And then we add that little kind of slide off to the side with the knee. But you want to keep your feet from moving. So I'll open my knee to the side a little bit. My big toe will not come off the chair. And then I'll bring my knee in. My hips aren't twisting. In a little. Open a little. In. Open. It's really conscious. You have to be really conscious about where your foot is and whether it's lifting up off the chair or not, especially going that way. Keep that big toe down. And in. Good. Foot comes off. We go back to our plank with our knees. Our knee's going to come in and out. And then we'll add the crossover and the knee opening to the side. Remember, the higher the hips are, the easier the exercise, right? The lower the hips are, make sure your arms, your shoulders are above your wrists, okay? You can back off a little bit, that's totally fine, especially if it hurts your wrists, okay? Here we go, knee in, 1, 2, 4, 5, cross over, open side. Your hips are moving in the cross, 3, 2, last time, in and open. Walk in and roll up to standing. Okay? You're gonna sit facing the back. Let me check on ya. Yep, facing the back. I went back and got my contoured chair. It's much more comfortable. Okay, all right, hands on the back. Just reach behind you and make sure you have at least a little tiny bit of space behind you, right? That you're not right on the edge, okay? Because I don't want you falling off backwards, okay? That would not be good. All right, so hands on the edge, you're gonna let your body curl back. Like so. See, I have a little bit of space back here. So I'm gonna curl back. My hips actually slide forward a little bit. No falling backwards, please, and then come back up. So depending on what kind of chair you have, maybe you only go this far, right? So now we're gonna add a little extension to the exercise. So tuck and curl back, and then lift your chest, and then move from your rib cage instead now. So the rib cage will go back, and the rib cage will come forward. And exhale. And inhale. Breathing, guys, super important to connect into your core muscles. Exhale. So my elbows are gonna go wide now. I'm gonna push the back of the chair. This is gonna give me some leverage to really isolate right in the ribs. Not shrugging. And then I pull the side of the chair, bring the rib cage forward, big inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more time. And find your neutral position. That's a lot of spine movement. Drop your whatever arm you want. Just remember which one it is. Okay? And then the other hand is going to be right in the middle of the chair. So you're going to reach back and you're going to keep this elbow bent because it's going to kind of pull you around. And then come across. So now I'm not using this hand at all. And then as I start to open my upper spine, I'm going to pull on the back of the chair a little bit. That's going to help me get over here. And then come back. So the focus is mid-back, not lower back. You can always put your hand here if the shoulder is too busy, right? If you're doing too much of that. But this lever will help you open up that upper back. One more time. And swing back. Good, hand on the side. Give me a little side bend. Firing those obliques. Over. Over. So hips stay flat on the chair. This hand is going to help you go up and down. How far you go is your call. Over. I can almost reach the floor without this hip coming up. Whee! 3 more. 2, 1, up to seated. Yes? Okay, same side. Still on the same side. So you're gonna twist back. This time you're gonna lean away. So this arm is gonna start to straighten. So you're gonna lean away and come back in and lean away. Reach. Reach. The less you use the arm on the chair, the more your waist is gonna work. Reach. 3 more. Open. 2. Back. 1 more. Woo, and in. Okay, elbows bent, tuck and curl. Lift up. And tuck and curl. And lift up. Good, I'm just gonna turn my chair around. We're gonna do the other side. Okay, arm here, twist. Keep the arm against the chair bent. Twist that way. Inhale, twist that way. Exhale this way. Two more, open. Woo! Hips aren't moving, more time. Open. Ooh, and close. Just got a nice pop in my shoulder. All right, lean towards the floor and lean over. Over, use the chair to help you in both directions. Over, hip stays down. Over, 3 more. Inhale, exhale. Good, arm reaches, twist, reach back, come back up, twist and reach back. Inhale, exhale. Last 2. One more time. Back and in. Yes. Chair's coming back this way just so you can see. We good? If you need a break from this position with your legs, you can certainly stand up and go turn your chair back around so it's facing the other way and do these from the other direction. Okay, hands on, legs wide, okay? So you're gonna hover just above the chair. So push your heels into the floor, pull in your abs, hover, lower. If it hurts your knees, don't do it. Up, down, up. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. 1 and down. Good, now you gotta get up. Okay, not always the easiest thing to do when you're in this position. Woo, march those legs out. They've been separated for a while. All right, we're gonna do, let's go floor now. So, and then we'll end up not getting back up again. So, turn your chair here like this, so it's towards the end of your mat. And you might want to turn sideways so that you can see me, right? Because if you lay down and your head's on the other side and you can't see your computer, then that won't work very well, will it? All right, so come down to the floor. And get kind of close to the chair. And then put your legs on top. So I want to move pretty close to where my legs can really rest and my hips are resting. Okay. All right, so we'll do a little bit of abs. So we'll go hands behind the head, cradling. The reason we do this, right, is to cradle the weight of the head, because the heads are heavy. They're good. Our brains are 10 pounds. So pick up your front leg. It's my right leg in this case. And I'm going to curl. And I'm going to stay on the same side. Curl. Two more. Now we're going to twist. Same side. Twist. Feel free to put your leg all the way back down. 3, 4, 5. Rest. Elbows open. Rest the arms. All right, here we go. Other side. Close the elbows slightly just to pick up the shoulder blades and curl. Last one. Add the twist, twist. Thinking of bringing your side ribs off the floor. It's not your ear or your elbow, it's your ribs. One more, here and down. All right, so this is critical. You want to place your feet on the edge. See how my knees are really bent? So I'm going to move back just a little bit. But I can't push my chair away, okay? This is kind of critical. You don't want to push the chair away from you. All right, you want to bring the hips straight up. So hands on the floor, hips straight up and down. This is a lot of hamstring. We've worked on the front leg and the side leg. Now we're going to work on the back. Lift up and down. Press. 3 more. 2, up. 1 more time. Up and down. Good. I'm going to stretch my legs out. Notice how I'm further away at this point, right? So my knees aren't completely bent over the edge of the chair. Pick up the right leg. Lift up the chest. Grab somewhere along here and switch. 2. So the leg goes down to the chair. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Head down, knees bent. So maybe I'm feeling like I'm a little bit too far away. So I'm going to scoot up a little bit again. Okay. And if your chair is really moving, you can push it against a wall, right? Or something that doesn't move, like a bed or something. If you really need to keep it from moving, because this is challenging, you can't push it, so that really forces the back of your legs to work. Here we go, up again, exhale, up. 4, 5, 6, 7, one more, 8, yeah. Stretch, out, flex, bend, arms up, chest rises, legs come in, extend, rest the legs, pull them in. 2, head stays lifted. 3, just 5 of these. 4, 5, head down, legs on the chair. Okay? Arms reach. I do not expect you to come up to seated, but if you can, do it. Okay? With our legs fixed like this, this is very challenging to get up. come back down. Exhale, pretend, just pretend, exhale, lift. Roll back down. One hand behind the head. Exhale, lift. Go back down, 2 more, up. Keep your legs heavy, one more time. Lift and down. Stay here, pick up your right leg. Hands behind the head, lift up, twist, switch. 1, rest the leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, to 8, 7, 8, down, rest. Push the chair out a little bit further so just your ankles are there. Yes, we good? Okay, so we're gonna do a straight leg bridge. Watch your knees, okay? You don't want them to sag to the floor. So really glue your legs together, okay? Hands on the floor, lift the hips up and down. Go all the way up into your butt thigh here and lift and lower. Last 2. Up. If this isn't working, go back to the bent knee. Up and down. Yes? All right. We're going to do a little tilt of the hips side to side. So you'll tilt right, tilt left, come center, come back down. All right? So lift, twist, twist, center, and down. Okay, it's just in the pelvis and the waist. Up, rotate, rotate, center, and down. Last time, up, twist, twist, center, and down. Good, with the legs out further, you may or may not be able to get all the way up. So, option is here, right? Arms here, head lifts, come up, rest your legs, bend your knees, come down. Or maybe you just stay here and you just do these, right? Just practicing. Let's go back to bent knees again. Inhale, exhale, lift the chest, curl up, rest the legs. Now go down with the legs resting. Arms over the head. Bent knees, yeah. I'm gonna try it with my legs staying on the chair. Breathe in, exhale, up, and down. You can always place one foot on the floor, right? Breathe in, exhale, up and down. Last time, lift. Woo. And down. Right about now, I would like to take the sweatshirt off. Hug your knees. Feet flat, arms open, legs go to one side. Lift up, legs go to the other side. Do that again, both directions. You can turn your head the other way. Switch. Good. Roll to your side. Press yourself up to seated when you're ready.